Greetings and welcome back to another story with the old-time rock and roller. I've often been asked, who was the best guitar player you ever played with? That's an easy one. That would be Eddie Van Halen. That's right, Eddie Van Halen. When did it happen? 1974, 75, 76. Where? At Bill Gazzarri's on Sunset Strip. We played there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. There would be 3 bands. Bill had 3 stages. First band, I don't know. Second band, Van Halen. Third band, my band, Slingshot. Many times, Van Halen would end with Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers or LaGrange. So we'd be all set up, and they'd be jamming along, and I'd come in on the jam. And then Eddie and I would play back and forth, and this would go on for about an extra minute in the tune before they would close it out. Then if we ever happened to play before them, we'd make a point to end on LaGrange or Beer Drinkers so that Eddie could jump in with us and they could start their show off. Now at this time, they weren't doing any original tunes on stage. I remember Eddie one night, they did Rocky Mountain Way, and he had the magic bag with, never mind that. But it was a cool technique, a big bag of air, and you'd sort of blow into it next to the microphone. Now, when we would take a break, when the first band was playing, we would yuck it up like crazy. Of course, Alex and Eddie were like glue. And they were so much fun. Dave was just a stone-out nut, right? Always joking and party boy. And Michael was very quiet all the time. He didn't really, it was almost like he was uncomfortable with the situation. But we had many times that we had jammed together, probably over the course of the 3 years, we probably did at least 4 stints, so that's 16, 30, 35 times we played together. Now, Van Halen hosted a softball game in Pasadena, and my girlfriend Cece and I went out there once or twice. It was a lot of fun. A lot of girls, some band guys, you know, mostly groupies. It was a pretty cool idea, though. It was a lot of fun. So finally, Ted Templeman, through Dave's uncle, showed an interest in the band. And they were booked to play at the Starwood, which is where we had played at and a lot of great up-and-coming groups play at. So we went down there, we meaning me, a guitar player friend of mine named Peter Glindeman, and my drummer Rob Roberti. And it was a completely different Eddie. He was doing all of these hammer-ons and pull-offs and whammy bar dive bomb bends. And it hit that high-pitched harmonic. It would sound like Trigger neighing with the Lawn Ranger. So my friend Peter, I thought it was pretty cool. And I had heard that he was taking lessons from somebody. Could have even been Satriani, I don't know, but I don't think it was. That turned him on to all of these different tricks. Now, of course, we all knew the tapping, the bend with the you hit the octave from ZZ Top. But other tricks he unveiled for the first time that night. Now, my buddy Peter, I think he was a little jealous. He said he didn't hit a legitimate note all night. And where there might have been some truth to that, the newness and the freshness of the technique was what made it special. Because everybody had the blues licks down and the rock licks down, and, you know, Ritchie Blackmore and Hendrix and Jimmy Page. We could all play all of those guys' licks. But Eddie put a different spin on it. And by that very nature, and look at what they accomplished. Man, some of their songs, their first couple albums mostly, for me, but later with Sammy Hagar, just an incredible band, Hall of Famers. So I wanted to answer that question. A lot of the fans have been writing in. If you like the story and you want to take more trips back into the musical time vault with the Old Time Rock and Roller, please hit that like button, subscribe, and maybe share it with a friend. Now keep love in your heart, people. Always keep a song in your head. And I will see you down the story highway. So long.